Kia ora everyone, my name's Hannah. I am a yoga instructor here in Westport, a little town on the west coast of the South Island, and just recently moved back from Perth in WA. So I'd just like to share a big warm welcome to you all to our Dream Lifestyle event, which is one of my favourite events where we get to start dreaming again and hearing from some beautiful people on the line tonight who are starting to take control of their lives and achieving their dreams, their life goals and their aspirations again, which is super inspiring and super cool. So as we're nearing the end of the year, it's a great time to reflect on 2017 and set new goals and really hop in the driver's seat of life and realize what our dreams and aspirations are. So now about a year ago, for me, this was definitely not the case. I was in the passenger seat of life, and it was the first time I really understood the term living in the rat race. Growing up here on the West Coast, it was a pretty hard concept to understand until living in Perth. And I was working 4 jobs, 7 days a week, had no time to do the things I love or hang out with the people that I loved. And I was stressed out. I was financially, emotionally, and physically run down. Simply just going through the motions of life, which I'm sure a lot of you on the line tonight can relate in some way or form. Now, when we talk to people these days, we're realizing that there's 2 major challenges people are faced with: health and their wealth. And if it's not you, then I'm sure you can relate to someone in your lives, whether it be a family member, a friend, maybe your neighbor or a colleague that is faced with a challenge regarding their health or their wealth. Now, health stresses where we don't have the health and vitality that we desire, and we're tired, we're run down, we're overworked, and we're having to drag our feet out of bed every morning, and we just don't have that energy that we desire. Health conditions are on the rise: obesity, diabetes, heart diseases, and that big ugly C, cancer. So it's climbing in the wrong direction, and it's not just us, it's also our younger generation. So tonight we're going to really take things back to basic and look at the younger generation as well as our own health and vitality. Our future generation is so important, and really looking at just a better way of living. So the second major challenge that a lot of people are faced with these days is a financial one, where sometimes at the end of the month, there's more month at the end of the money, and it's not a really good place to be, especially in family situations where you're responsible to put the meals on the table and keep the kids happy. And myself, I don't have kids, but I've grown up in a family that aren't so well off, and I've seen my mum and my parents go through stressful situations, and it's hard. It's hard living day by day, where we seem to be working harder than ever with the big boss at the top, a dollar value over our heads, and someone telling us what we're worth. We don't have the lifestyle we desire. We were trading time for money, and we can all agree that time is the most precious thing that we can invest in ourselves and our kids and our family. And we don't want to miss those magic moments. Now, about a year ago, me personally, I had no time. I wasn't living in alignment with my values, and even though I had this big list of dreams and that I wanted to achieve, it was just that. It was a list, and I had no time or energy to even see the possibilities of how to make that a reality. Now, 6 months ago, I was lucky enough to go along to an event, and I met a guy called Anthony Golay, who introduced me to this amazing opportunity that we're going to share with you tonight. So he's part of Tribal Wellness and is partnered up with this amazing product that we'll also share with you tonight. So their program is honestly the best thing that's ever happened to me. It's changed my life in so many ways. It's helped me understand the how to achieve these dreams on that list, to the point where I've been able to move back here to New Zealand and actually open up my own yoga studio, and so tonight's all about that. Looking back at our list, our dreams and our aspirations, and we're here to show you that there is a better way. You can live a life full of health and vitality. And who doesn't want to say yes to the more of the things they want and no to more of the things they don't? So we're going to have a bunch of people on the line tonight sharing just that. They're going to talk about, they're taking control of their lives. They're putting their family first. They're achieving their dreams, and they're all starting to work on their own goals instead of someone else's, which is super, super inspiring. So now I'm going to pass it over to a lovely lady, Sarah, who's going to first talk about the products that is involved in our program. So let me just find you there, Sarah, because I could talk for ages. There we go. Unmute you, and we'll pass it over to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Hannah. So yeah, hi guys, my name's Sarah, and I came across these awesome products about 18 months ago. And I've got to say, I was blown away by the simplicity of the product, because I'm a mum. I've got two kids, aged 10 and 13. And my 10-year-old, but he was 8. When he was first born, was dairy, wheat and sugar intolerant. So there was a lot of tummy issues and vomiting going on. So I've always been really concerned about what I put into, especially his tummy, but all of our families really. So let me show you and share with you our beautiful range of products. So this is the Juice Plus micronutrient range. This is our veggies, fruits and berries. So these are capsules, and there's 30 varieties in these capsules alone. And what's happened is around the world, we've got specialty growers who grow specifically for our beautiful Juice Plus products. And the product is then picked at the peak of ripeness. So it's picked when it's at the most nutrient dense. It's got the highest nutrient value, so you're going to get the most out of it. It's tested for over 300 known contaminants, and we're talking about your herbicides, your pesticides, some bacteria, some fungi. So it's better than organic, because we go through some really serious, rigorous testing there. So what happens when we get all these goodies from off the vines is it's then put into a big processor and it's kind of slushed up. And we're talking about the stems, the skin, we're talking about the core of the pineapple, all the goodness where we know that the nutrients are, really high and really dense. And it's all put into this big slushy, slowly reduced at a really low temperature. What happens there is the sugars are removed and the water's removed. So we're left with this beautiful powder. With that powder, it contains thousands of phytonutrients, all the beautiful phytochemicals. We've got the minerals, living enzymes, antioxidants, all the things that we know are just amazing for us, but we're really not getting enough of at the moment. So this really does fill the gap with what we should be eating and what we are actually eating and what our body needs. So back to that beautiful powder, which is full of goodness, it becomes airlocked. And we lock it so it doesn't oxidize, because we know that as soon as you cut an apple in half, you can start to see the oxidization really quick. It goes brown, which means it's losing its nutrient density. So these are airlocked. We encapsulate them into a vegan capsule. That's your berry blend right in front of you there. A great solution to increasing your daily dose of veggies, fruits and berries. And what I love about it is it's got a food label. We know there are no nasties in here, no chemicals, there's no additives in there whatsoever. It's food, 100% whole food, plant-based. And anyone can take it. My kids love it. Athletes can take it if they are up to rigorous drug testing and things like that, totally fine. Elderly, pregnant women, breastfeeding mamas, it's totally chemical-free. There's no nasties, so it's open to anyone and everyone. And the cool thing about this is it's not a fad. It's not one of those diets. It's not something that's going to come and go. We've been around for over 20 years. We've got over 40 peer-reviewed medical journals. I'm really proud to say that, because this is unknown in the wellness industry. So I'm really proud to be part of this company. And we can provide you any of that information and a copy of those medical journals if you're that way inclined. We also have these beautiful soft chews in the Juice Plus range, and they come in our veggies and our fruits. So it's the same ingredients as in the capsule that I showed you before. Yeah, but they're mixed with a little bit of tapioca, so it makes it this beautiful chew. kind of like a lolly. Kids absolutely love it. Nice, easy way to get some extra nutrients into your kids too with their veggies and their fruits. This company has a heart, and I'm really proud of this too, because the company has a child health study. I really love that every adult, or any adult who is on the veggies and fruits, or the veggies, fruits and berries capsules, can sponsor a child to get these goodies absolutely free from the ages of 4 to 18 years old. I think that's amazing. And the company's doing that because we want to research, and we're actually researching millions of children around the world regarding their immunity increase, their concentration, their behavioural changes, and also the craveability in their taste buds, because we know we are what we eat. The more we eat of the good stuff, the more your body and the cells crave more of it. So we're actually getting over 27 serves of veggies and fruits into our kids every day before they even start eating it. So if you have them at breakfast time, gotta love that, parents, yeah? We also have these complete sachets. So this is our macronutrients in our range here. 100% dairy-free, non-GMO, full of all the goodies, plant-based protein. So 100% plant, which I got to love. And in here you've got the spirulina and all those goodies. But what I dearly love about these in the chocolate and vanilla is you've got the mushroom powder extract. And in that is the highest form of vitamin D available in the plant kingdom. A natural mood booster. So it's going to make you feel good as well as look good. It's a superfood, so you don't need to go to the supermarket and buy other goodies to add to your smoothie. It's 100%. It's beautiful. So if you're anything like me, and I never used to have a brekkie, I have one of these instead. Got to say, it's a delicacy. I'm having chocolate for breakfast. It's a great start to the day, I've got to say. So with your veggies, fruits and berries, the capsules and these completes, you're having over 70 serves a day. So you can imagine the health and vitality that you're going to feel by flooding your body with those goodies. So our company is really into research, and maybe about 4 months ago, we brought out the Juice Plus Omega Blend, which is a world first in a number of ways. Really exciting. We all know that omega oils are really good for our joints, our brain function, and our cell renewal. What I love about the omega is we've skipped the middle fish. There is absolutely no fishy flavour, taste, no afterburps or anything like that with our beautiful omega. This is also a world first because it's been endorsed by the Therapeutic Goods Association, and it's kosher approved. So it's 100% non-GMO, natural ingredients, it's gluten-free, no artificial flavours, preservatives, and artificial colours. It's a blend of 6 whole food plant-based sourced from the algae. So we skip the fish and go straight to where the fish used to get it. So the algae, we've got pomegranate seeds, tomato seeds, sea buckthorn, raspberry seeds. So we blend all of those together and give you a beautiful blend of 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9 fatty acids. They're beautifully cold pressed into that little capsule using tapioca again, which is the same as we use for this here because it's a natural substance. And what's a world first, they use this capsule, which is a state of the art, and it's the first time ever used, and it protects it against dehydration with those beautiful oils. And I guess to wrap up, as Hannah was saying earlier, we have an amazing online support program, Tribal Wellness, support online 24/7. So we really do want to reach out and help you with your health goals, whatever they may be. It might be a lifestyle change. It might be to lose weight. It might be just where to start. You know, we'd love to be able to help you and guide you on that. And we teach you in the program, there's no restrictions, there's no deprivations, you're not calorie counting. We want to teach you how to make healthy lifestyle choices that are long-term, because we've all been down the diet path. These things aren't sustainable, but you know, making good, healthy lifestyle choices really are. So I love these products, as you can tell. I'm probably speaking way too fast, but that's okay. I'm going to hand over to a very dear friend of mine who I've just traveled Vegas with for the last 10 days and pass you over to Sammy. And Sammy can tell you all about her experiences on these beautiful products.
Hi Sarah, thanks for that. So yes, I come across these products maybe about 9 months ago now, and I had been doing research for maybe 2 years to come across something that I trusted enough, and that was whole food and natural. I started researching because my son has had really bad eczema. And I'm happy to say he hasn't had a flare-up since he's been on this. Oh, this is him. His name's Milan, and he's 6 years old. And you haven't had a flare-up for 8 months, on your eczema? Yeah, you're going to say hi to everyone? Hi. So I started researching it for him, really. And I wasn't sleeping too well, and I was feeling really anxious going to work. Who knows why? Maybe I was just rushing around being a mum and thinking about everyone else first. But I did not sleep for at least 3 days in a good month. And that was really scary because it felt like you were hungover every day without having the drink. So that was really scaring me. And when I come across these products, I started taking them straight away. As soon as I started taking them, my energy was through the roof. That night, I slept like a baby. Milan's rashes started coming down. They weren't flaring up so much. And then there was nothing. So I was just so happy that I had come across something that was so natural and good for us. I mean, we're relatively good eaters anyway, and we exercise all the time. But it's just really hard as a busy family to fit in veggies, fruits and berries every day. And I can put my hand up and say we weren't doing it. But I know now that at least we are getting good nutrients into ourselves and our children. My son Milan, especially when he goes off to school and we go off to work, we just blend those whole food shakes up in the morning, or we take our capsules, 6 capsules a day, yay, and we're good to go. And it's easy, it's fast, and that's what I need at this time. My mum also has lupus, and she's been on it for 5 months now. And sorry, all my phones are going off. Oh, damn it, go away. And oh my god, I can't even do it. And she's been on it for 5 months now, and the amazing changes that she's seen. She's had lupus for 21 years. You get discoloration in your legs. She's on dialysis, but I'm happy to say that she's not on that anymore. She's halved her medication, and the colour's coming back into her legs. So it's just big wins. And the more we take this product, the more I share it with my family and other people. The belief in the products just are beyond the sky, beyond the moon. I just can't explain it. So I'm just super happy that I discovered this, and that I'm getting to share it with everyone I love too. Okay, I'm good.
Wow, that's so amazing. Awesome. Thank you for sharing, Sammy. I'll just there. Such an incredible story, and amazing to just see how easy it is to share with the whole family. Cool. We're just going to pass it over to one other lovely lady, Zola, and she's just going to share a little bit about her journey on the Juice Plus products. So just unmute you there and pin you, Zola. There we go. Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. Hi everybody, so my name's Zola. I live in Auckland and I have 2 children. I jumped on the product. I've been on the products for 6.5 months now, and I reached out to Janelle because currently I'm studying and I'm in my 3rd year in my degree for social services. So 6.5 months ago, before I jumped on the capsules, they involved me studying and looking after the kids. But when I got home, it involved me just jumping on the couch and literally leaving my kids to look after themselves. And because I was so knackered and drained from study, and once I restored myself for maybe an hour and a half, after that I would for dinner we would have takeaways, and that was 3-4 times a week, and every day it repeated itself. And I found I was getting so tired and honestly shitty at my family that I needed to change. So and also I've never been a good eater. I've always been a picky eater since I was born. So I never had the 3 meals. I never wasn't a fan of fruit and veggies. I was addicted to lollies since school, and I mean addicted, like my cupboards is full of lollies and my fridge. So when I jumped on the magic beans, I noticed a change within the first couple of weeks. Especially my energy levels had increased so much that I wasn't tired when I got home, and I noticed at night time I could think clearly and study properly and stay up and do my assignments. My attitude towards my children had changed, where I was much happier, and they loved their happy mum. And also my partner, my poor partner, who got the backhand of it. But I decided what changed for me was I started cooking more, because the cravings for the lollies had actually cut down. Since I've been on the magic beans, I have no stash anymore, because I'm not hungry for the lollies, so the sugar levels has dropped majorly actually. So now I'm cooking more, which is it's good. And we've saved so much money, like saved so much money, because we're not buying takeaways. Not saying that we don't ever have takeaways, it's more like a treat now. But when we do have takeaways, I notice that it's not it's quite yuck. You just notice the difference between a cooked meal and takeaways. What else? The other benefits that I've got. The other benefits of from the magic beans is that my water intake has increased, because I was never one to drink water as well. So I'm keeping myself hydrated, and I actually dropped down one size, which wasn't. I didn't jump on the beans to lose weight, but it was a bonus that I had dropped down one size. And yeah, I took my time on these beans. I didn't change my lifestyle completely. Like they say, it's not a diet. So I like the one change a week. So that's what I did. Like I introduced something new every week, just to get used to it, because I didn't want to move too fast and then suddenly drop off and then that's it, give up. But I'm quite proud of myself to be still on the beans 6.5 months on, because I'm not one to. This is the first time I've jumped on a supplement, and I love that it's just fruit, veg, and berries. So when people ask me what is it, I say to them it's just fruit, veg, and berries. That's it. The kids choose was going to be my test for my daughter. So I jumped on it not only for myself but for her. She is like me, very picky, decides, all she has to do is look at food and decide not to eat it. So the kids choose was the test, because I thought I read and heard all about the testimonies, and to me at the beginning I thought, oh, this is too good to be true. And Araki is very fussy. So when I put her on, she didn't jump on it straight away. It took her 9 weeks actually, 9 weeks to finally start eating eating them. And to my surprise, she started eating them. So I started putting them in her lunchbox. Then I noticed she started eating fruit and veggies, just picking. But to me, that was a big shift in her diet. I have no more kids choose left because the kids just eat it like lollies. So they don't last very long. So to me, that's a big thumbs up for my kids. But yeah, I would recommend it to anyone who is looking to bridge the gap. And yeah, I'm helping out my whānau, and my dad just he actually had a heart attack last week, and which was a eye opener for our whole family. And what we're currently doing now is helping him to change his lifestyle, and part of that is introducing the magic beans to him. So yeah. So
Wow, what an incredible story, Zola. I'll just hang on, pin myself again. There we go. Cool. It's so amazing just to hear, you know, when we start really taking it back to the basics. And as you say, it is just fruit, veggies, and berries in a capsule. And when we start flooding our body on a cellular level and that energy comes back, it's like we have energy to give attention to our family and our kids. We have energy to be able to put the love into home cooked meals, and yeah, just really getting back to basics and bringing back that health and vitality, and realizing that it's you know, we don't necessarily have to have an illness or a sickness, and even though it does help these incredible illnesses that it, you know, heart diseases and eczema, and hearing from those different stories, it's really incredible. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing your story, Zola. So we're just going to start to change gears up a little bit here and talk about the business side of things. So to be honest, at the beginning of this business, for myself, I just dabbled my toe in and didn't really take things too seriously. I was one of those people that didn't really believe in much of it. I was a little skeptical, but the product made complete sense to me. Because it is just so simple, and I knew I had this passion to help people. Sorry, there's Weekers in the background having a little scrap. So talking about the business, everyone has one of these, a cell phone. And these days, it's very easy to connect with people all around the world, keep in touch with our family and friends, and we're talking about how do you make an income on our smartphones. So Juice Plus is pretty amazing. The company is in 28 different countries around the world. And this is all about referring. So just as you heard tonight from a couple of the ladies, when we notice these amazing results in ourselves, it's all about recommending and referring and sharing the love on to our friends and families. So we're not necessarily selling. We aren't a selling business. These days we have more trust in our friends and families than these big corporations, big companies. It's almost like going to the movies, you've seen a good movie and you recommend it to your friends. Although the theatre, the movie theatre, isn't going to pay you commission for that recommendation. So I'm actually going to pass it over to a lovely lady, Mel, and she's just going to explain a little bit more about the business side of things, how it works, and how we get paid. So Mel, I'll just unmute you there, darling, and pin you. Cool.
Lovely.
Hi.
Thank you, Hannah. Hello. Yeah, so there was a few of us that went to Vegas last week, and we had the opportunity to listen to some of the world-class speakers, Tony Robbins, Pitbull, and also we were listening to some of the most successful entrepreneurs on the planet, and they shared so much of their wisdom and golden nuggets. And I just want to tell you guys, we are in the right business. So just stick in there. We say it's like the 4-year career, so absolutely stick it out because there's going to be great rewards. So as Hannah said, you know, these days the way that we're doing business is changing, and more people are spending time on their phones, which is really great for us because it actually allows us to connect with people all over the world. If we look at the way that we have always done business, or how we've always gone to school, sorry, and that's to go to school, we get an education, perhaps we do an apprenticeship or we go to university. It works to a certain degree, but then of course we've got to go and find a job, but that really puts a lot of restrictions on us. So what I love about the way that we do the Juice Plus business is it actually gives us so much more time freedom. So I'm just going to share with you my husband's work because he has a bit more of a ladder thing going on than what I do at my job. So this is the way that, and I hope you can see that. Let me come back a little bit so you can see my head. So for most people, they're sort of working somewhere around here. So you're told when to go to work. Oh, you can see it, cool. When to go to work, you know, what time you're going to start and finish, when you're going to take your breaks and your annual holidays, and, you know, ultimately how much you're going to get paid. And if you want to move up the ladder, there's a chance to be able to move up the ladder. But you see you've got here your cleaners, your cellar staff, your cellar supervisor, your cellar master, your winemakers, and then finally your CEO. And as you get to the top of the ladder, there's less room to move up. So you're actually, you know, you've got more chance of getting paid more money, but with that it's going to come a little bit more stress. You're probably going to have to work a lot longer as well to achieve that extra money. So you're going to end up sort of trading time for dollars, possibly working 9 to 5, 5 to 7 days a week. So what I love about the way that we do the Juice Plus business is that you can pretty much do it anywhere in the world. You can do it in stolen moments, you can do it in the car, you can do it on the toilet, you can do it while you're waiting for a coffee, you can do it while you're waiting for the kids to finish school. So there's just plenty of opportunities to do it in stolen moments. And, you know, for some people, they're working full-time, like me, and a few other ladies on the line. And so just doing it, you know, in half an hour a day is really achievable. And Charmaine can vouch for that, and she's doing great guns at the moment. So basically, whenever anybody links arms with us, they start off as a virtual franchisee. And I'm just going to show you another wee poster here. I'm already prepared. You see that one? Yep, cool. So whenever anybody links arms with us, they start off as a virtual franchisee. And we also have different levels in our company as well. And we have the pinnacle position, which is called the National Marketing Director. And over time, if you're helping heaps of people to better health, then you can actually start to move up this ladder as well. And you can be earning sort of a residual income of around $100,000 per year. Now, your residual income is your play money. It's your beach money. Perhaps you want to go to Melbourne on a holiday, a shopping trip. Perhaps you want to buy a new car or a new boat. So that's the kind of money that you don't get when you're actually working in a sort of a corporate job where you're getting told what you get paid. The harder you work, the more people you help, the more opportunity you have to earn extra money. So we have plenty of opportunities in our business to do that. The other thing is, you know, you can, like I said before, you can wrap it around your business, whether or not you're a stay-at-home mama, whether or not you're working full-time or part-time, you can just do it in those stolen moments. The other good thing about it is you don't actually have to stock any products. I've actually got a retail shop here, and I've got about $50,000 worth of stock sitting on the shop floor. In this business, you don't have to stock anything. Everything's drop shipped by the company and sent straight out to the customers, which is fantastic. I'm just going to show you now how we grow our business. So I have another little picture. Yeah, so we've got Sarah at the top here, as Sarah introduced myself to the business, introduced Rachel, Deanne, and Sammy. And I've introduced a couple of people to the business business, and then those people have also introduced other people to the business as well. Same for Rachel, she's introduced a couple of people who've then shared the product and the business with other people, and they've introduced. So as you can see, the more that you share the business opportunity to people, and then they love on the products and share it with other people, you can see how quickly your business starts to grow. We get paid in 3 ways. We get paid in retail profit, commission, and bonuses. And the only way that you can grow your business is by sharing it with other people and helping them to better health. Yeah, it's a pretty easy system. All you have to do is just plug in, follow the steps, and away you go. So that's it.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. So I'm just going to pass it over to a lovely lady, Jackie, who's just going to share a little bit of her story and about being with the business. So, Jackie, over to you, darling.
Cool, thank you. Am I on? Yep.
Yep.
Cool. So I am actually a mum of 1. My son, he's just about 2 years old. And a bit of backstory about what I was up to. I was teaching for maybe about 9 years before I was introduced to this business. And I'm just going to say that I was hugely passionate about teaching. I absolutely loved it. I poured my heart and soul into it, really. And that all changed when I joined motherhood. So I had my son, like I said, almost 2 years ago, and reality hit when I tried to go back into work. I was in a high pressure management position, and I could not do that and be a fantastic mum at full capacity. Like, it just was not possible. So after just 3 months, I resigned. And I'm so grateful that I made that choice, because actually that's when my life clashed with the Juice Plus business opportunity. And it actually initially spoke to me because the products that have been shared tonight, I needed them. I was in a space where I actually needed them myself. So I was so exhausted. I was sleep deprived. I was so stressed and angry. Kind of like what Zola shared earlier, our day life as a mum, we're doing it and we're pottering around, getting things done, basically surviving rather than thriving. And we take it out on our families at the end of the day. And when I sat down and realized that was me, I hated it. I absolutely hated it. And of course, my diet just went out the window. I didn't care anymore. I was gaining so much weight. I was just picking, having takeaways and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it was definitely the products that spoke to me first. And once I started taking them, I took a closer look at the business opportunity. And also, growing up, it was my understanding that the only way to earn good money and to have enough money to run your own home and make ends meet was to work really hard, was to get a job, be at work all day, every day, pick up any extra shifts that were going or any extra hours. You never turned that down. You took them and you just worked and worked and worked. But of course, we're sacrificing time with our families. And that's, something that I just didn't want to do as a new mum. I'd look at my son and think, all I want to do is be with you and be your mum. So it was a huge learning curve for me, having to overcome and challenge my own beliefs, my own values, and everything that I thought was true. It was knowledge. It was true to me. So in terms of the business sense, I got started. Again, so grateful that I did. It's incredibly flexible for me, being able to work around my son. I still get to go to play dates and that sort of thing. And I work mostly on it when my family's gone to bed at night, when the house is quiet, calm, and I've got my space. And what it's done for me in the beginning was basically, as I was taking baby steps, learning all the processes and that sort of thing, is I didn't have to turn down coffee dates and that sort of thing. I could still go. I still have what I refer to as pocket money, mummy pocket money, so that I could still do things like that. But now I've been part of the Juice Plus business going on 8 or 9 months, And I'm in a position now where actually I've just gone for a weekend getaway with my son. I took him on a plane and he just absolutely loved it. And to know that I can still do those things without being locked into that high pressure management position is just amazing. And looking ahead for myself and the business, you know, it's looking at generating that extra income so that we can start maybe tuning into pouring our money into bigger expenses such as the mortgage and the car and that sort of thing, and much bigger overseas holidays. So yeah, all I can say is we've had a fantastic experience with the Juice Plus business so far, and looking ahead, our future is looking really bright. So thank you for letting me share, Sarah.
Awesome. Thank you, Jackie. What an amazing story. And it's so cool to hear, you know, bringing simplicity back into the life and realizing that we don't need to work as hard as, you know, our older generations did. It's with this future generation of technology and that it's a lot more simple to have a business and to start dreaming again and owning our own life back. So I'm just going to pass it over to one more beautiful lady who's doing amazing in our business here, Janelle. Just unmute you there, darling. So thank you for sharing, Jackie, and pass it over to you, hon.
Hi. Hey, guys. Hey, my name's Janelle. I'm from the very top of the North Island called Kaitaia. It's a little town. So I've been on the product now, or in the business now, should I say, for about 9 months. The reason why we jumped onto the business was because my son was really sick, and we were pretty much reaching out for something, but we didn't know what we were reaching out for. So when we got the products, it was just pretty much a no-brainer, to get into the business because he was doing so well on the products. And as much as he was doing as well, it was me, myself too. So we're doing really well on the products. The business itself, I'll tell you now, it's a huge personal growth. It's amazing because it doesn't feel like a business. You're actually helping people. You're not going out and selling. So the more you get to help people, there's no hidden agendas. It's just the more you help, the more you get, and I think this business is able to allow us to dream again. So before we started it, we're into real estate. So we purchased houses, we renovated them, and we rented it out. Obviously, you needed to have a lot of equity or a lot of money for deposits, where this business, it was pretty much a one-off payment of $172.50 to get in. So for us, it was like, okay, how is everyone making money? What's happening? So we wanted to know more. We jumped in. The best thing about it is that the tribal wellness program that we're a part of, it's duplicatable. The system is duplicatable. So you get in there, everything's there for you. They pretty much tell you what you need to post. So for us, when we were doing rentals, we had to do everything ourselves. You did the work, you looked for your tenants, you found your tenants, you got payments. With this business, it's here it is, here's what you need to do this, do that, and you make money off it. We're like, okay, so helping people makes you money. This is awesome. So we recently just got back from Vegas too. So my husband and I were able to, the business was paying for us to go to Vegas. So the amount of people we helped us get to Vegas. The personal growth there that we got is beyond amazing. And what else can we say about it? It's a no-brainer to get involved in the business. We love it. We're going to be here for as long as we can, and everything's just perfect there. Short and sweet tonight, guys. Just do it.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Janelle. So yeah, this business is super simple, and it is just about sharing that love around with our friends and family, and the possibilities are endless. So you've heard from a bunch of beautiful people on the line tonight, and thank you so much for sharing all. But I just want to reiterate and kind of wrap things up here that this business is super simple. The products are super simple, and it's all about just achieving those health dreams, achieving that lifestyle. And whether it be, maybe you just want to create an extra income for a travel fund, maybe you just want to just pay off a couple of bills, or maybe you want to completely replace your regular income. We meet you where you're at, both health style and lifestyle. And it is just super, super simple. So just to wrap things up, I have a couple of questions for you all. And I was asked this at the beginning of my journey as well. If not this, then what? What's your plan to take control of your life, to start achieving your dreams and ticking that dream list off? And if not now, then when? Turning your one days into now. So I'd like to share a big thank you for everyone who joined on tonight, and understand that whoever invited you to tonight's event has come from a place of heart. We're all here sharing our love with you all, and I encourage you to reach out to the person and connect back with whoever invited you or sent you this link. But thank you all for joining, and we've heard from some beautiful, amazing people, and we hope to hear from you soon. Thank you very much.